Right. What is up, my crypto legends? How is everyone doing? I'm just going to wait to confirm that I am live. All right. And I can see a lot of comments already. So yeah, let me just go here quickly through the comment section. Let's all smash up that like button all together. How is everyone doing? Right, guys, I'm just getting some stuff here ready. Make sure to everyone smash up that like button. I'm just going to wait to confirm that. All right, and yeah, we're going to crack on, guys. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. You know, weekly, same thing. We're going to take a look also at the 4-hourly, 1-hourly chart. We're going to analyze the situation, see what is going to happen, because this consolidation needs to come at its end. You know, today, tomorrow, we haven't got much time here for this tight consolidation here inside of this descending wedge. Okay, and I'm going to go through the comment section right away, all right? Nothing has changed just too much. We're going to take a look at the S&P 500 because S&P 500, I know it looks a little bit scary, but I have detected a shark pattern here, and we do have very, very strong support at this level. Now, if this level is broken, you might think I'm crazy, but I'm actually in a long position, okay, on the S&P 500, because we've got an insane support here. This is at the 4,500, okay, and 30 points approximately. All right, well, we did have a lot of traffic right over here. Also a nice bounce. Now, you might think, yeah, but this is a kind of a double top, and it looks like we're going to break it. Yeah, this could happen. I think it's not going to happen today, though. The only reason why is because I have detected here. All right, and this is a harmonic pattern. You know, you're probably not familiar too much. I have a harmonic pattern book, okay, and sometimes it does play out pretty good. I like to see them on the chart, and it looks like that we could see a potential bounce here. And this is not guaranteed, okay. This is just by looking at this harmonic pattern. This is a shark pattern. All right, it is this one right over here, okay, and hang on a second. Let me try and get another chart here. It is right over here. This is on the S&P 500, all right? And we did see a lot of price dumpy action, but we got a huge amount of traffic here looking at the VPVR, all right? And I'm going to go through the comment section. We have a very, very big spike here, which is the traffic that we've had right over there. And what I see here is a shark pattern, a bullish one. A bullish shark pattern, okay, which is, you know, from this low over here to this high range, to this low, to this high, to this low over here, and it is approximately, okay, hold on a second, this is a shark pattern. It should end round about this range, the 4,550, because you need to have 88 here approximately and 1.6. And this is a bullish shark pattern where I do see a potential bounce. But that bounce, I'm not sure if this bounce is going to be, you know, is it going to come all the way to all-time highs? I don't think so. We're going to get heavily rejected, okay? This is the pattern that I see, okay, right over here on the S&P 500, where we should be getting a bounce from. All right, or depending, I know that the market sentiment is absolutely insane, but we do have a bullish shark pattern right over here that should be getting us a bounce, and I think this bounce is going to take us all the way up to the 4,600 points, and this is where we are going to get massively rejected potentially, all right? Because I know the market's going down, but I don't want to, you know, I'm not looking for any type of shorts when we are at this level, okay? We are hitting massive support level. There is a bullish shark pattern, and, you know, very, very likely after a drop like this, you are going to get some kind of bounce. I'm trying to get inside of this bounce. Got a tight stop loss here just at the 4,500. So if that's touched, then yeah, no, it doesn't matter. But usually on a shark pattern, you know, you don't come as low. All right, and yeah, I'm expecting a potential bounce, and here, all right, where we do have more traffic. I'm talking a little bit about the S&P 500, guys, okay, before we actually look into Bitcoin. Here potentially is where we are going to get massively rejected, all right? This is a resistance support level. After this drop, very, very likely to get a small bounce, potentially hitting 4,600 points before we continue to the downside. So yeah, that's my take only here looking at the S&P 500. Let's see if this is going to play out. Now, you know, we've also got this massive double top, okay, where I think it could happen. It could happen that we can break this level. But before breaking this level on the S&P 500, I do see a little bit of a relief rally before continuing to the downside. So that's my take on the S&P 500. Let me take a look here at the comment section, okay? Very important to take a look at traditional stocks, all right? Because the traditional stocks are holding by a thread here. We could have a pretty decent drop in the next coming days. So, yeah, we will analyze that straight away. But harmonic patterns, guys, you can Google it, all right? All of that is free information online, on YouTube, on Google, you know, harmonic patterns. It's all good, Andy. Take your time, says Tech. Okay, right. Hello again, Crypto Cracks here. Best TA, guys. Hope you're doing good. Crypto God, Christian Kant. How are you doing, my man? I type sideways pumpy action, says Seb. I got my moderators here. Hello, Seb. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Mark Dutch, also here in the comment section. Yes. Hodl the line, says Joseph. Yes, we need to hodl. We need to hodl this line, the support level. Let me take a look here at Bitcoin. Holding the line, all right. You know, keeping it pretty simple. I remember, guys, a few days ago, a lot of people were talking about a descending triangle. And the reason why I did not think it was a descending triangle was because of these lows. And it was very, very likely to continue lower lows. And yeah, it seems like a lot of people are talking about a descending wedge right now. Hola, senor. About Aave, please, says Nano Gameth. We can take a look at Nano. Yo, guys. My friend Crypto Rover. Yo, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, guys, make sure to smash up the like button. Smash up that like button, and let's go straight into the comment section. We can take a look at, you know, what is it? Nano, E-Gold. We can take a look at these altcoins. Why not? Saludos desde Mexico, says Sebastián. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? Right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at E-Gold. We want to take a look at Bitcoin though. H-bar also. Mainly Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stock markets, guys. So yeah, let's take a look at E-Gold for example. And I wanted to say hello, but I'm gonna jump. You know, I'm gonna miss all these altcoins. So let's just have a quick jump and look at E-Gold straight away. And yeah, basically E-Gold it's just been going down since we lost this level. Now there's high potential on E-Gold getting a bounce from this range, and the reason why is because of the all-time highs that we created back in February and also in April. We got, you know, a lot of confluence there, and we also have a lot of traffic right over here where we were bouncing consistently, just slightly above $200. Now, what has happened here on E-Gold is that we went up extremely parabolic in just a matter of a few days. Okay, and this is not healthy at all. This is just massive hype. When you see an asset pump, you know, or cryptocurrency pump, you know, 100%, especially E-Gold, it has a large market capitalization. These are whales just pushing the price up 100% in just a matter of a few days. This is coming back down at some point. And this is basically what's happened on E-Gold, all right? We lost this level from these higher lows, you know, keeping it pretty easy. We've lost the level right over here. We didn't manage to get back up. We are continuing to the downside. Now, the question is, we don't have any pattern or any indication that we are going to go much lower than this major resistance if we do start losing it. I think a potential consolidation, volatility, just around this level because it's so strong, and E-Gold is a pretty solid project. So yeah, if we do not enter into that bear market, I am going to know if the entire cryptocurrency is in a bear market as soon as Bitcoin loses that 40k level. Okay, if Bitcoin does lose this 40k level, guys, I mean, a lot of the altcoins must have gotten insanely hit. But E-Gold, for example, I know if E-Gold loses the $200 successfully, then it's not going to be looking good for E-Gold. We might enter in one of those massively sideways action bear market, in 2022, and it's not going to be looking good. People are going to start losing interest in cryptocurrency, you know, losing hope until we find a nice solid bottom, and that will be the best moment to accumulate, guys. Remember, you make a lot of money in a bear market, okay? The money that I made, all right, yeah, I didn't take much profits, but you know, I've got USDT on a sideline. I've got dry powder, you know, because I've been investing since 2018. I made my, you know, I was in, I saw the March 2020 crash. You know, I've been through that. You know, I started in crypto mid 2018, and I started with $100. Okay. I had my 9-to-5 job, and you know, I was starting with a couple of $100, you know, dabbling into crypto, doing some research on Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, Chainlink, and that is where I actually accumulated and made the money accumulating during the bear market. So bear market is much more exciting, guys, much more exciting than the bull run. When you are hyped up because prices are going up, it is late already. You are late to the party. So, but anyway. So yeah, be more excited for a bear market, guys, and it will take a couple of years until you have a massive run up, even though I do not think the bear market is not coming in just yet. So yeah, let's take a look here at the comment section. So basically on Elrond, we do have a solid base here at $200, which should be holding very, very nicely. Let me go here through the comment section and make sure to smash up that like button, guys. With 300 watching and 85 likes. Live and clear, mate, says Gareth. Thank you. H-bar Andy, please, says Dan. Let's take a look at H-bar, okay? Let's take a look at H-bar. I mean, volume is not too crazy here also. Volume is not too crazy. We do have some spikes of volume to the downside. So, yeah, it's still looking a little bit bearish here for eGold. Let's take a look at H-bar because H-bar did get a pretty big hit. It's having a pretty nice recovery right now. H-bar, let's just zoom in on the chart. And H-bar is not one of my favorite charts because of the volatility. You know, when I saw this on H-bar, it was absolutely crazy. I did not like this kind of volatility, but it was holding a very nice uptrend on H-bar. Now, what can we expect on H-bar? I think H-bar is potentially going to come to lower levels, and the reason why is volume's not looking too bad here on this pump. It's not looking too bad. But yeah, I think because this was the last higher low right there. Okay, we had higher low there. We had a stop on the price. Then we finally broke below, had a little bit of volatility and getting about from this range. It looks like that this is just a kind of a relief rally. The volume looks pretty good. Let me just take a look at another chart where we do have that it's not calculated by TradingView, just to check out volume here on the upside, and it looks pretty solid here on Bittrex. We do have a pretty nice volume spike to the upside. So yeah, I mean, I would like to see what kind of price action H-bar is going to have in the next coming days, because I think it's very, very likely to come back down, retest the low 20 cent level. So 22, 23 cent level is very, very likely in my opinion. But after that, you know, are we going to have another pump action, or are we going to break it? And you know, I think it is very, very likely that we might be having like a double bottom here formation in the next coming days. If we do start forming that double bottom, it's going to be looking very, very bullish for eGold. So yeah, I think I'm just going to wait a couple of days. If you ask me, I think yeah, eGold is going to get, the price is going to get pushed back down to the low 20 cent level. It's currently trading at 30 cents. I think it's going to, you know, next price action for H-bar is going to be slightly to the downside. But when we do that, because we've had that push down, because we've had that pressure down, it is possible, you know, with the kind of price action that is forming right now with volume, it is possible that H-bar is going to form a slightly higher low. Okay, so it's going to be looking pretty good, but I think in my opinion, it's definitely going to have that run down. Okay, to retest the low 20 cent levels, 2024 approximately. Very, very likely. It's just had, you know, the massive drop with the volume. Now it's just having that a little bit of a relief rally. There is some volume kicking in here, but I think you're gonna have that kind of that slightly downside, and it might have a nice recovery. So we'll be analyzing Hedera hash graph in the next coming days. If we start seeing these higher lows, then it's going to be looking pretty good. Nice to see you again, Uncle Grandpa on Trade. Thank you for joining in here. Good morning. How much dump? We don't know, really. We don't really know. You know the deal, guys. I'm not going to change my point of view here. You know, there are two scenarios. One, they're both bullish, and one is slightly more bearish, because one would be having a slightly dip here to the 44, 43k levels, and then getting a bounce, okay? So the scenarios is we continue down and you finally break up, or you actually dip slightly below, hitting, you know, the low 40k levels. All right, I'm not sure if it's going to be 42, 43. We don't have an exact price, but I know that the low 40k range, 41, 42, should be holding very, very nice. We have a huge amount of traffic, huge amount of support. I have no idea what kind of wick there is going to be to the downside. If it's going to be a $2,000 wick, is it going to be a $4,000? We do not know. Look what happened right over here. This was over a $10,000 drop in less than 24 hours. So the volatility is, we do not know what kind of volatility, but it doesn't matter. It's like, you know, when you're trading this, what I'm expecting on Bitcoin is having a pretty solid run up in, I don't know when it's going to be, if it's going to be today or in 2 days or in 4 days, it doesn't matter. But after this consolidation, this price, this huge consolidation, it's very, very likely that you are going to have, after one of those kind of wicks to the downside, a massive bounce. And where I'm going to take most of my profits, okay, it's not going to be all-time high, because we really don't know if the all-time high is going to come, in Q1 or January of 2022. We don't really know. We have to kind of trade the price action. But what I do expect after this massive fall is at some point having a pretty solid bounce, get people overexcited. And there's going to be a lot of traffic at $52,000, $53,000, like I mentioned on my other videos. We got this resistance over here. We got support there just above $53,000. And we've also got this trend line where you usually, okay, on trend lines like this on the macro, you usually get some kind of resistance when you break it, right? This is a confirmation breakout of a trend, of a potential trend reversal. Okay, it doesn't mean that we are reversing the trend, because technically, like I said, we are still creating higher lows on the macro, on the daily, on the weekly. Okay, where you have higher highs and you have still higher lows. All right, you're gonna be seeing me talking bearish as soon as we start breaking this level. And but we're not just yet. We're not potentially changing the trend. We have broken trend structure a little bit here, looking at trend lines. So, and these trend lines are very much respected on large time frames also. So, I mean, getting rejected in between $52,000 and $54,000 is highly likely if this does happen in the next coming days, which I do expect some kind of run up. All right, so that's what I'm going to take most of my profits. I will be protecting my position. So you know the deal. I got my position here open on Bybit. I was planning to add if we did hit $45,000. We did not. We almost did. We did not. We just hit about 45.5. Now, you're never going to get a good position, right? So if I see good levels on Bitcoin, where I do think that we are going to get a major bounce or a major recovery, we're just going to see a little bit of scary action right over here before we get that bounce. You're never going to get the perfect entry, okay? I've had mistakes, trying to get into the best entry always, and then the price run ups, and that is what exactly happened to me here. And it happened to me live with or my community knows that I missed out big time. I was waiting for retracements here, and just turned a little bit more aggressive right now. Because it is true that you can just ladder in your position if it goes against you, if you do believe that this solid level is going to hold nicely as support. And reasons why is because of volume, guys. I'm just going to explain why. Also, I do think that this kind of bounce is coming. What we do not know is after the bounce, is the price going to continue down? Because, you know, I am a moon boy, but I'm also realistic. Okay, you know, are we going to have that mass, all depending on that, the type of consolidation that we have here, or retracement, and the volume? We're going to have to see if we are going to be managing to come to all-time highs in Q1 of 2021. But I also see the price coming up, getting massive rejection around this range. Okay, so this is something that we'll be analyzing in the near future. But that bounce will be coming very likely. This kind of drop is very different also. This kind of drop is very different to this one, okay? This one was much sharper. It took less time. There's more consolidations on this one. This final bit looks like more this kind of price action over here, where we could be hit, you know, we could be for a few weeks around this range. Okay, you might see a little small relief rally over here, hitting that $53,000, just something like what happened there. Okay, after having this kind of consolidation here, all right, you did have a fake out to the downside, then back up again, then back down. So you could see some of that kind of price action here, and there are a lot of opportunities to take advantage of those kind of movements. Right, let me just go here to the comment section straight away. Right, I got super chats here. I'm going to go through the super chats. Enough talking. I know I've got super chats. My moderators are letting me know here with the spanners. Right, Sweet Low, how are you doing? Matic, happy holidays. Happy holidays, Lou. Let's take a look at Matic Network. How's Matic doing? Matic is going to do great. Matic will be doing great. A lot of stuff being built up on Matic, okay? So, like I said, nothing much to add on Matic. Let me take a look here at Matic on this chart where where you can see the solid levels. All right, this is Matic on the daily chart, okay? And forget about all these boxes for the moment. What I can see on Matic here is that the growth is very sustainable, like I said. On many live streams and videos, where you are pumping, you are retracing, getting higher highs and higher lows. So we haven't reached just yet all-time highs, because this was a massive hype that happened back in April on Matic, just too parabolic. And the reason why this is different is because we are growing sustainably here. Okay, we're having a very nice sustainable growth where you are creating higher highs, higher lows, and nothing too parabolic. When you have a parabolic move, you want to step out of whatever asset it is. Okay, if it's too parabolic, you need to go away, because it's going to have a multi-monthly downside action. And this is not the case happening for Matic. I do see Matic, like I said, looking at the macro, breaking all-time highs very soon. It might take weeks, it might take a month or two. We don't really know just yet. But with this growth that Matic is having, I think it's very likely that it will continue. I see ultimate low here for Matic being the $1.50, $1.60 range, if it does correct from these levels, and just continue up. So I mean, taking a look at immediate short term might not be looking too good. Yeah, it's just a little bit of too much volatility here on Matic. Looking at volume, let's take a look at volume here on Matic on another exchange. Just a lot of choppy action. Like I said, very volatile. It's got a very sustainable growth. I do see Matic breaking all-time highs in the next coming weeks with this kind of growth momentum. So yeah, Sweet Low, thanks for the super chat. Let's take a look at the next super chat. Hi Andy, how you use on-chain analysis to read whale movements? It all depends on what kind of on-chain analysis. Akil. But on-chain analysis to look at whale movements, it all depends on if you're looking at on-chain data from Glassnode, or if it's on the charts to see whale movements on shorts, on longs. It all depends really. But you know, on Glassnode's pretty good to see some whale movements. You can see big wallets, okay, are actually accumulating Bitcoin. I haven't got any right now. I got Bitcoin miners unspent supply. They're actually accumulating the Bitcoin that they are mining. It's just hit an all-time high. So this means, yeah, I think that, you know, when the miners start selling, and they usually sell when it's going hardly up, they accumulate when the price is going down. So you can see here, you know, on the drop that we did have back in May, the price action was going down. They were actually still accumulating. Okay, so they start dumping prices when it's euphoric. Okay, so they're pretty good on selling on a Bitcoin top, the miners, and we can see here that you know, supply, they're not selling anytime soon. It's just hitting all-time high. So the Bitcoin that has freshly Bitcoin that's been mined is still not, you know, not going to exchanges to sell. AVAX pumping, bear trap. Let's take a look at AVAX. Thanks for the super chat, guys. Let me take a look at AVAX straight away. Let's take a look at AVAX. Because AVAX is an absolute beast. Like I said, a lot of the layer one, okay, blockchains are going to do very well, even though AVAX was at a great buy yesterday. Okay, yesterday we analyzed AVAX and we talked about, you know, the bump and run scenario, and we can clearly see that after that run up, we did have a retracement here, and yeah, this was, I mean, very much expected. We could even come much lower, but we are going to consolidate here at some point and get a massive bounce, because I did see this, in my opinion, as a bump and run scenario. And we talked about this. This was posted also on the Twitter account on Bitcoinsensus. Let me just take a look here. I must have had this just to keep it simple, guys. Looking at the volume and looking at as you can see right there. Okay, let me just take this, get this out of the way. Just for whoever doesn't know what a bump and run is, when an asset has a massive sell-off. In the case of AVAX, this happened at the beginning of December, like a lot of the altcoins, and then you have that massive drop. After slightly creating a low, you have a massive drop. In the case of AVAX, it was almost a 50% drop. It doesn't look like it here when you're looking at it at the chart, but this was about a 40% drop. Yeah, about a 40% drop approximately, all the way down here to the $78. So it went from 130 almost to about $80. And you have that bump and run scenario right in here playing out. And what is confirming me this kind of bump and run scenario, where you do flip this low high resistance into support, is that the volume is pretty high here on the tackle. Okay, because this is tackling the resistance right there, just right over here. I was saying, you know, this is very, very likely to continue to the upside. Now, stay cautious. Depending on how you're trading this, it's, you know, this could be something like this, okay? And it's not going to be an easy ride till you reach all-time highs. And layer ones are going to do better than Bitcoin. Layer ones are going to break all-time high before Bitcoin does. You know, if you take a look at Luna, and that's what my take here on. That's my take here on Avalanche, okay, on AVAX, where we are, I think, going to consolidate here just around about that $100 range. This is plus minus $10 because of volatility, guys. You know the deal. It is crypto, but overall direction, it looks like that. You know, this reminds me very much like Bitcoin back in May, okay. Back in May, so June, July, where you were creating these slightly lower lows, and this is an accumulation event right there. Let me just try. I'm going to try and get the chart here. I want to try and get the chart here of Bitcoin, just so you can see the differences. Okay, on BTC back from the summer. And I haven't got two charts in here for ages. Let me just go here on the daily chart. So yeah, basically we got AVAX here on the left, okay, and we got Bitcoin right over here in the right. This is the daily, this was the 4 hourly, but time frames doesn't matter really. But let me just show you right there, approximately something like that. Okay, this is Bitcoin back in June and July, April, right, where you have slightly lower highs right there. Okay, you got this high, you got this one. Price has a massive drop. Do you see the kind of price action that's happened on AVAX right there, where you have this lower high, massive drop? Look at this type of consolidation that's happened, where you're slightly creating lower lows. You're slightly creating lower lows here also on AVAX, and this is just a few days ago, guys. This was the 14th of December. This is, clear kind of bear trappy action, where you you kind of break the lows. Same scenario here on Bitcoin back in July and June and July, and then you finally kind of break out from this from the resistance. And I see this very, very similar price action happening to AVAX right now, where you could see some dumpy action right now here on AVAX. We basically round over this stage, right, where you kind of consolidation. You might see some dippy action still, getting a little bit nervous, and then you're going to see an excellent run up. Okay, meeting all-time highs. Now it all depends on if we are going to break all-time highs successfully. Are we going to get a massive rejection? We do not know. But what everything is pointing out here on AVAX, just comparing the Bitcoin chart back from March all the way till November, is that we are forming very, very similar price action. As you can see, this is Bitcoin, from March till December. This is AVAX, from November till today. So very similar price action right over here, and it looks like that inside of this consolidation we will be having at some point that leg up, just like what happened here in October for December, and this might happen in January of 2022, just to see kind of the similarities that there is. Now it doesn't mean it has to happen, okay? It doesn't mean, we're just looking at the kind of price action and similarities that there is, where it's very, very likely after this consolidation we will be having that leg up, okay? Especially because of volume. Volume helps. Volume is indicating that the pressure is to the upside, so that helps. So I would say get ready. AVAX is an excellent layer one. It's getting a lot of dApps and projects getting built up on AVAX. I guess a lot of gaming projects are getting built up also. So yeah, that's my take on AVAX, looking at this potential pattern scenario playing out. Have a look at sand, please. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Firm Waktadi. Can you do crow? Yeah, I can also do crow. So let's do sand and let's do crow. Make sure to smash up that like button. And yeah, we can take a look at bear trappy actions, as yeah. I have my own kind of language here. Let's take a look at sand. I got someone in the comment section. Can you take a look at sand, please? Sand. I think sand, by the looks of things, it's not looking too bad. It's looking pretty good. It's just looking pretty boring here. Sideways action, which is good. It's just consolidating here. We do have a very, very strong level. Okay, this level is this one right over here, just at the $4.40, $4.50 range, $4.30, where we have that consolidation basically. Okay, this consolidation does have these spikes in volume right there. We got heavily rejected from from this drop, heavy bounce right here. Now, what does usually happen? What usually happens when you see this price action is that you are going to potentially retest the lows again, okay? You come down and retest them several times, get people a little bit scary, and when you form this sideways price action, at some point you're going to have that reversal. Now, like I said, let's not focus too much on altcoins. Let's try and focus more on the traditional stock market. Let's focus on Bitcoin, Ethereum, because if Ethereum tanks down to 30K, I mean, this is going to go down to $2 or 150. it will tank the rest of the cryptocurrencies. Now, that's why sometimes technical analysis on altcoins, when you are in a bearish environment on Bitcoin and Ethereum, basically, sometimes it's not too good. I have a lot of altcoins were looking bullish when Bitcoin was looking bearish. I had many altcoin positions, and if you're an old subscriber, you might remember back here in August, just before we had the dump in September, we talked about, a lot of altcoins were looking so bullish. And I said, guys, I am out of my altcoin positions. I am out of most of my Bitcoin positions because it was looking bearish. And I was pretty bearish all the way here. All the way in between September till late September, I was bearish. You can take a look at the videos, all right, where we were, in my opinion, one of the first channels to kind of detect this kind of descending wedge. And we were looking for that 38K levels with the Fibonacci retracement, and we knew that we had very strong support because of the $40,000 that we were retesting every single time here back in May, also back here in January. That $42,000 range was heavy resistance, but I was looking for that last little wick that did not happen, and we blasted off from here, and I missed out big time on this. But anyway, a lot of altcoins were looking so explosive, but we saw this kind of price action, and I was saying I'm out of my altcoin positions because it could get a little bit bloody. And yeah, I just by a day or two, you can take a look at the video here from the 5th of September or the 6th of September back on from the Bitcoinsensus channel, and I was out. So I mean, the whole reason about this is, no matter how nice it looks for a buying opportunity, if Bitcoin doesn't help the market, the crypto market to pump, S&P 500 also is looking a little bit, stay cautious, guys, because this could actually tank if the rest of the markets tank. So that is my thing. But everything indicates that this should be a very nice buying opportunity, okay? So we might be seeing those slightly lower lows retesting the low $4 range, 440, 430, even 410 range before we potentially can get a bounce here on this one. Now, guys, I got almost 500 people watching. Thank you very much for sticking on the live stream. Okay, I'm trying to take a look at these altcoins, answer your questions that I know. Make sure to smash up that like button, guys. This is totally free, got a huge community. Make sure to join the Telegram group. And another way to support the channel, if you are interested and you're an experienced trader, make sure to check out the links down below in the description on Bybit. Also Femex, okay, you get the best bonus available, which is in the case of Bybit and Femex, they've got the same bonus right now. It seems like they've got a lot of competition. I get a small commission, you get up to $4,100 worth of bonus depending on what you deposit, and it's another way to support the channel here. Right, let me just go here. Let's take a look at Phantom. We're going to take a look here at the comment section. Let's take a look at Phantom. Exactly what I was seeing, says Jacob. All-time high for Matic is coming, ladies. Absolutely. Matic is great. Great project. Layer 2, it is working. A lot of projects getting built on top of Matic. You know what? Castor is built up on the Matic network. So definitely Matic is doing very good. Right, what I was going to take a look at Phantom and also Ethereum. We've got to take a look at Ethereum. Please check if ETH bear. Absolutely. Let's take a look. Crypto effects. Andy, I hope you're having a great day. Guys, these people are insane. I hope you're having an insane day. Also, crypto effects, thank you very much. Let's take a look at Phantom, for example. What's going on with Phantom? And Phantom, yeah, it's just, in my opinion, it's in its last moments to potentially see a bounce here, okay? It is very difficult. We talked about Phantom here in this consolidation, okay? I think, like I mentioned, when we got the 4th of December, the best way to look at this is the 4th of December. We are seeing a little bit of red volume here to the downside. Now, we got the 4th of December. In the case of Bitcoin, we got 41,000, and between 40 and 42,000. We don't know exactly which one, what it is right now. It is about 41,900 in Bitstamp. So we got these lows, which is very possible to retest, and I think it is likely that we come back down. Usually you have that dead cat bounce, and you know, a lot of the assets like to retest where it has just retested, especially after a massive drop. So in the case of Phantom, before we see any type of reversal, it is likely, okay, that we could be hitting, you know, the lows here, which is, let me just zoom in here on Phantom. The lows is at about $1.15. Okay, so Phantom can come down to $1.15 to retest the 4th of December lows. And what we are looking here inside of this kind of consolidation, this is when people are going to get spooked out. Okay, they're going to get worried because they think they are breaking support level when we're going to the downside, and it usually might indicate, especially after this massive downside action, that yeah, it's going to be a lot of bear traps, around this range. And you know, we can take a look at AVAX just so you can understand the similar scenario here. Okay, where look at AVAX right over here. You know, AVAX, you know, it was looking okay, maybe at this range from this bounce. You know, we've retested the lows, and what you have here with the price action from the 4th of December. And a lot of them recover. They do have they have different life, right? AVAX has a different life than Phantom. Phantom is still around this area, and it doesn't mean it has to pump. But just so I can explain the potential scenario is coming back down to retest the lows of the 4th of December. The assets like to come down and do little shakeouts, you know, get scared, come back down, and yup, come back down, and it looks like that you are creating that descending triangle, right? Or descending, well, in this case, yeah, it's a kind of a descending wedge, creating slightly lower lows. But yeah, that kind of price action where you think, oh, well, are we going to drop? Are we going to drop? Are we going to drop? Then you don't actually drop. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. But looking at Phantom, I see a very, very similar scenario where we are potentially going to retest that $1.15 December low. Okay, where you are consolidating here, you're creating lower highs, you are going to create slightly lower lows until you retest the December low. Okay, something like that. And then finally, you are going to start pumping. Okay, I see this Phantom being a layer 1 smart contracts, you know, project. We're going to see this potential scenario, just like what happened to AVAX. That is my theory, guys. Now, I don't see it going much lower than $1.15, $1.10. I think, you know, volatility around that range. Okay, a little bit of scary action before you have that bounce to the upside. And that is my theory on that. Okay, you can think, what is this guy saying? He has no idea what he's talking about. So I'm going to unsubscribe and not follow him anymore. So anyway, let's take a look at Ethereum. Because Ethereum is looking pretty solid still. It's still looking pretty solid if you ask me. And, you know, one of the reasons why, you know, I like to see VPVR. One of the reasons why here on Ethereum, and yeah, we don't need volume or RSI at the moment. It's pretty stable. One of the reasons why is because we got the lower high from the all-time high and the lower high here back in September. We got that trend line. We're just about losing, okay, the higher low trend line here, but we're just kind of consolidating, and there's nothing happening really. And one of the reasons why also I'm bullish, and I think Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin, is because Ethereum 2.0, I think there's over 8 million. Hang on a second, I haven't seen this for ages. The circulating supply on Ethereum. Because we knew from Ethereum 2.0, Ethereum's getting burnt, that you need Ethereum to stake. Okay, you need to lock Ethereum for Ethereum to work. It says infinite right over here, but this is, yeah, obviously it's not. 118 million Ethereum in circulation. So if we take a look at, hang on a second. We know, I think it's about over 8 million right now in the last few months. And there's some on-chain data right over here, okay? And I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is exactly right now. Ethereum wallets, I mean, this is a cool on-chain data to take a look at. BTC number of non-zero addresses. People are actually buying Bitcoin and having us, even if it's 0.001 Bitcoin, even if it's just $100 worth of Bitcoin or 50, people are actually buying and just holding it, buying and putting it on the sidelines. And, the number of non-zero addresses is growing a lot. And usually when you have a peak in the market, the people just empty their wallets, okay? When they find out and they're scared of the market situation, they empty their wallets just when you are starting to drop, okay? We have dropped quite a lot right now. So, I mean, this is another indicator. This indicating me that we are not entering a bear market, because the interest is still there. Interest needs to be in the floor, or, on the floor, because I'm trying to look at this on-chain data about Ethereum non-zero addresses is also growing, over 70 million, okay, 70 million Ethereum wallets, still growing massively. What I wanted to say is the Ethereum locked into the Ethereum 2.0, which is over 8 million. I can't find the on-chain data right now, but it is over 8 million and it is growing consistently. So I think, how much can the whales suppress the price down when you actually need to stake the Ethereum to secure the network? Also, I don't know. It's just not. Let's take a look at some other cryptos. Enough talk here. What else? What else? I got a super chat here somewhere, I think, because I got a lot of spanners. Right. Let me take a look. Joseph, shout out to Dario. Right, Dario's in the live stream. Dario Kelm, he's in the live stream. Okay, I can see him now. D.K. Right, let's take a look at let's take a look at some other altcoins. We can take a look at Engine, Jason. Let's take a look at Engine for Jason. Let's take a look at Engine. We've taken a look at Matic already. And guys, like I said, all right, another way to support the channel, if you are interested in trading Engine in this case, on Bybit, you've also got it on Femex, okay? You can trade Engine on Bybit, okay? And I haven't got any funds on Femex right now, only on Bybit, but you can trade Engine on Bybit, and it's a good way to support the channel. You get an insane bonus down below depending on what you deposit, okay? I've also got the tutorial for Bybit. I've got a tutorial for PrimeXBT. Make sure to check it out. And for Engine right over here, what we do have is that Engine broke the structure here from these higher lows. Let me just get the BBR out of the way. We don't need this now. We don't need this either, this descending wedge. Get this out of the way. Now, looking at the 4-hourly chart, we are seeing a little bit of selling pressure. This looks pretty exciting to me. If you ask me, let me just go to another chart. 1 second on Coinbase. Yeah, not too much volume. This calculated on TradingView. They do not spot the volume very, very well. The Engine looks pretty good, if you ask me. One of the reasons why is because, and don't take too much notice of this volume because it's not like that on the other exchanges. But if you do have slightly higher volume at the very end with not too much price action, it is potentially a reversal sign also. But I wouldn't pay too much attention here on the volume on calculated by TradingView. But it is because you are creating slightly lower lows. It looks like you are forming also kind of a descending wedge here. And I don't know, but I think Engine, just at the low $2 range, in my opinion, is a very good buy zone. And one of the reasons why is because you also have insane support, okay? A lot of volatility. That doesn't mean you can wick below $2, okay? You can hit 190. You can hit those levels. Crypto is extremely volatile. But, you know, this kind of price action is the price action that I like, where you do see, you know, pretty solid resistance right there. And that should be turning into support. And this consolidation is just screaming for a potential reversal. This is not really the moment you want to become bearish. And I know that the amount of bearishness there is out there is insane. But this is not the moment you want to. You don't want to start shorting right at the very end of a trend. You know, you want to start. You want to try and detect the short right over here. You want to short there, right? You want to short up here. And if this starts doing like this, okay, in the next coming days, it looks ultra bullish, you know, you want to long from here. And the reason why is that potentially this could continue up is because of the support, okay, the massive support, the kind of price action. This is a bullish pattern. Everything's pointing out to me that the probabilities here after this scary price action that we're going to have, that it is very, very likely to have a kind of a rally here, okay, in the immediate short term. So that's what I got for Engine. Shiba Inu, Max and Irene. Let's take a look at that for sure. Shiba Inu. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu. I'm very disappointed with my Saitama Inu. Very disappointed. Very disappointed with the team, with the CEO. I don't know why I said Saitama is not pumping. Very, very disappointing. This is Shiba Inu is just retesting the lows from the December drop. Okay, we had no clear signs just yet. It's looking pretty good, but it's still in a pretty downtrend here. No signs of bottoming out just yet. We want to see some sideways action now. Could this be the bottom? It could potentially be the bottom. Nothing is guaranteed. Okay, we're just having we're just retesting the 4th of December low. And the only, let me just go to the data here quickly. The only reason why this could hold, basically, and I think a lot of people just losing hope on Shiba Inu. They're just losing hope. It is selling slowly and consistently. But the only reason that this could hold is because of this massive volume. And if you take a look at the daily closes right there, we've got these two daily closes on Shiba Inu, which is at the 2.727. We've got 2.7 right there, currently trading at 2.8. We've got the daily closes with this amount of volume. I think this is one of the last levels from this consolidation that should be holding as support there, because I mean, volume is getting exhausted, volume is getting lower and lower, selling pressure is getting lower and lower, but the thing is that there's no buyers, so this is why the price is going down. If you don't have any buyers, any interest, and even though if me and you sell, you know, just a few $1,000s, then you're still going to push the price down slightly. So this is what is happening right now. You are getting people impatient. They're just selling, and there's no buyers stepping in, basically. Now, there was a huge amount of buyers right over there with volume, and this is potentially a level that could hold. But yeah, I've seen Shiba Inu. They're pretty active. They're saying they have huge. There's gonna be a lot of Shiba Inu burning in the next coming months. I'm not too updated on Shiba Inu, if you ask me. I've got Saitama Inu, and yeah, I'm down almost. Yeah, I wouldn't say 50%, about 40% on my Saitama Inu. I had to have a meme. I had a meme coin, and yeah, my meme coin has gone down a lot. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I've got a meme coin. So let's take a look at VeChain straight away. Why not? Let's take a look at VeChain. Let's take a look at VeChain. How many of you have Shiba Inu? We've been going down with the US stock market the past months or so. Yeah, let's take a look at the stocks. Let's take a look at the stocks, guys, because are we gonna get supported from this range? It's not looking good. If we start losing this range, it's not going to be looking good at all for the stocks. We got this range. We might have a little bit of volatility here. Let's see what happens. But yeah, you can't say we've been going down for the last few months, because yeah, basically we did hit all-time high. It is true that we are getting exhausted here with this kind of price action. But yeah, we were just before the pump that we had here on the 16th of December. We were hitting all-time high on the 22nd of November. So, but yeah, this price action is not the best. It's not. We haven't got the best price action here on the traditional stocks. So yeah, if stocks go down, yeah, this is the thing. Stocks go down, Bitcoin and you know, cryptocurrency space might get dragged down. So Andy Inu is great project with potential for some great side pumping action. Yeah, you got it, Seb. Right, let's take a look. I have Prathesh here saying, SHIB 1000, I'm on 400% profit with 10x leverage. Shall I take profits now? I'm not greedy as my other coins are on a loss. So you are trading SHIB 1000. That's this one, I guess, on Bybit. Okay, you can trade Shiba Inu on Bybit. I guess you're in a short position. If you ask me, you're probably in a short position. Definitely, or depending on your strategy. I mean, I'm not going to say you need to take profits here or not, but yeah, you're basically at the very end. Okay, so stay cautious on Shiba, because you are basically at the very end. How far down is this going to go? Is this just going to continue something like this in the next coming weeks? Is this going to continue? I think potentially not. There will be a moment that you're going to start going sideways. That selling pressure will just go sideways for the next coming weeks, and we are probably close to it. Okay, when you see this pump like this and a consolidation, a next pump, and you retrace to the next consolidation, it is probably a moment where we are going to start going sideways. All right, this doesn't mean that we could have a little bit of volatility to the downside still here. So I'm just saying that it is a solid level that we might start calling off. So yeah, I mean, definitely always take profits while you can. Take profits, protect your position, and yeah, you can trade Shiba Inu on Bybit, guys. You know the deal. You get the best bonus down below. I get a small commission, so it's a win-win. It's another way to support the channel. Andy, can you please take a look at Mana, says Sonia. Yeah, of course, I can take a look at Mana. I think I've checked it once already, but we can take a quick look, okay, for newcomers. And I actually didn't take a look at Mana, I think. We didn't take a look at Mana. Taking a look at Mana, all right. And... I mean, we could do something like this. Lower high structure here on the 4 hourly. Mana looks pretty good. It looks pretty good because we might be just going slightly sideways here and to the downside. Okay, doesn't mean all right but we are starting to. We had really steep lower highs here. You know, just check out here these steep lower highs. All right. Pretty steep downtrend, and you're starting to go. You're starting to break out. Okay, you're starting to go sideways here. So this is a potential sideways action that you are going to have in the next coming weeks. Now, the good thing about this one, I would like to take a look at the daily, and massive. I mean, the thing about this one, okay, is that we did have massive bearish divergence right there. They are playing out already, obviously. We got, you know, the lower highs on the RSI right there, and this is playing out already. So how far down can this one come when these bearish divergences are already playing out? It's already happening. Now, what is really happening on this one is you are having massive bullish divergence. Now, the spike here was absolutely insane. You know, the FOMO that there was on this one was crazy because of the metaverse. Okay, we saw the rebrand of Facebook into Meta. This was in late October. We suddenly see these cryptos getting a massive hype. Now, this is only hype. Okay, this it is a working product. Okay, a decentralized and also sandbox. You can buy land, you can play the game, and they are working, but I think the hype was a little bit too much. It was a bit too much here, and we're just cooling off basically. What I can see here is hidden bullish divergence, right? Where we are creating lower lows slightly on the RSI, and from this low there are exaggerated higher lows. So the price action could still come down to the 280, 270. Okay, the RSI is going to come down, and you are going to have a hidden divergence here, where the macro trend is to the upside, and you are just inside of this corrective move. You know, just 2 months ago, we were trading at 60 cents on Mana, okay? So you cannot pump, you know, 300, 400%, whatever it is. No, it's actually more. Yeah, 800% in just a matter of 2 months without any sideways and you know, downside correction, okay? Now, it's easy as, let's just take a look at some Fib levels here. Because Fib levels were already touched, okay, from this pump over here. We actually perfectly touched the 62% levels from this pump, okay. This must have been mentioned on the channel back in early November, where the 62% levels was a great buy zone, and we pumped and retested the highs. Now, you could take a look at the weekly chart here, for example, and take all of this as a huge, gigantic pump, okay? And go from the lows to the highs here on the weekly, and you can see that this level, the 2.75, should be a pretty decent level, and you do have the weekly close on this one, which is at the 2.88. So 2.88, 2.75, that region can be reached on Sandbox here in the next, you know, between this week, next week, and it could be a very, very good buying opportunity. Now, you know, just by looking at the weekly, it is absolutely insane how the volume is, you know, absolutely disappearing. When volume goes down, and we can take a look at another exchange. Let's go on Coinbase, for example. Yeah, Coinbase probably a little bit more legit than calculated by TradingView, where the volume has been insane to the upside. We have been losing a little bit of momentum on volume there, but the selling pressure on the volume is absolutely disappearing. So if you ask me, $2.80 is a brilliant buy zone. Now, you could have volatility on the weeklies, so you could spike here below on the weekly, but I think this weekly close should be holding nicely at some point, you know, creating these candles with these wicks before you potentially reverse. All right, that's how I see Sandbox Mana, sorry. Not looking too bad. We could have slightly a little bit of more downside action, and you know, if you extend this trend line from these lower highs, it is possible that you are going to actually come down and retest this range in the next coming days before you get a pump. We've got massive volume behind us, okay, also massive volume. It should be backing all of this pump and this consolidation right there. So yeah, you can see it already on the price action where you are slightly going sideways. You might see some last dippy action, but it's not looking too bad. Hey Andy, Nathan says, hey Andy, are you buying anything right now, or are you waiting to see what Bitcoin's going to do? Yeah, exactly. I'm not buying. I have some dry powder on the sidelines. I'm going to take a look at VeChain right now, one re. I'm not buying anything right now because, yeah, I'm just a little bit on the sidelines. I'm a little bit on the sidelines right now to see what Bitcoin is going to do, basically. But yeah, I mean, I'll let you know if I'm buying anything. I'll let you know if I'm buying anything. I mean, a lot of altcoins have one of the ones that I wanted to take a look at is UFO. Okay, now it's a gaming project. I think market capitalization is pretty high. You got 560 million. I guess fully diluted it must be at least a billion. This one's getting a massive hit right now. It looks like a gigantic kind of head and shoulder formation. But I do see a pretty bright future for this one. So any type of corrective move, I'm going to do more research on UFO. But this might be one, gaming projects. They're going to do great, guys. They're going to do great in the next coming months. You like it or not. So opportunity, UFO, great gaming project. Also, Star Atlas. They're supposedly getting launched in February. I would say take advantage of these drops, okay? My next allocation is going to be a gaming project. I'll be dabbling a little bit on NFTs, all right? I've got this NFT. Supposedly, I'm going to know which one Shiba is going to be launched. I'm going to hope I'm going to get at least one Ethereum for each. I paid 0.27, not too much. Just dabbling a little bit on Ethereum. But next, I got some USDT on the sidelines, and gaming projects are going to be the next one. I haven't got really any gaming project. So Star Atlas is going to be one. Star Atlas, the DAO token has more utility in the game, and all of them, everything is just dropping, guys. Everything is just Star Atlas has got a massive hit, but when I've been talking about Star Atlas, I've been saying also that this one, if you take a look at the market fully diluted, it's over 2 million, which is absolutely insane for a crypto game project that's not even launched yet. This one's not even launched. It's launching in February. It's just pure speculation still. And, this bearish sentiment is absolutely great because on just, a few weeks from the launch, guys, you are going to see this chart go absolutely crazy. I've seen it before. So all of this dip action on Star Atlas, I think it's going to be just a great buying opportunity. Start dollar cost averaging on some of these projects, because on the week of the launch, you're going to see it all over Twitter. You're going to see all the influencers talk about, Star Atlas is getting launched next week. And you want to get ready for that kind of event, right? And this is happening on February. I'll have to confirm this. We'll be taking a look. And, I might place I might get a bag of Star Atlas DAO. I did not buy any over here because I was getting a little bit excited here when we see this pumpy action. And I thought, no, not just yet. This game hasn't launched yet. The amount of, the fully diluted is 2 billion. This needs to go down a little bit. So let that long bearish consolidation happen, in between this month, next month, and start accumulating, because in February I think there's going to be a little bit of hype here for the game getting launched. And you know the deal, when we start seeing YouTubers, influencers, Twitter, all around Twitter talking about Star Atlas getting launched, you're going to start seeing the price going up crazy, and you can make huge gains on that. So that would be my strategy here for Star Atlas, and it's at a great price right now with this drop. So Star Atlas is in Solana too, exactly, yeah. So Solana, great also blockchain project. It's got one of the highest speed in transactions per second. Let's take a look at VeChain straight away. Why not? Let's take a look at VeChain. Decroat, I'll read your comments straight away right now. Let's take a look at VeChain. What's going on with VET? Right, I think what can happen with VeChain, something very similar. All of them are moving so similar, where you are going to retest the lows. In the case of VeChain, it's the low 7 cent level, sorry. I did say there was a possibility in retesting the summer lows, okay, because we do not have much support below us here on VeChain. So we could have that slightly bearish effect on retesting the 7 cents and then potentially 6 cents. Okay, almost hitting that summer low range before getting any type of bounce. But as I said, guys, this kind of price action, you know, is bullish for me. Why? You know, if you are selling here, if you are shorting here, what do you think where do you think you're going to get a bounce? Okay, what do you think you're going to go to? Is VeChain going to go to 4 cents to 3 cents? It's very unlikely. I bet you wish you would have short up here instead of shorting down here, right? So this kind of descending wedge is slightly bullish, and the price, the assets are maybe going to retest the 4th of December drop, which is around about 7 cents. Currently trading at 7.7 cents. So a little bit of that momentum to the downside if Bitcoin does hit $43,000 in the next coming hours and days. So before getting a massive bounce. Potentially one of the last washouts, okay? One of the last washout movements before we could potentially bounce. Will VeChain get to $1? My answer for that is no. VeChain will not reach $1, especially not this cycle. And I don't even think it will reach it in 2025. Because for VeChain to reach $1, it would have to reach, you know, the entire supply chain industry value, which is, I can't remember right now what it is, but it's about 70-80 billion dollars or so. But hang on a second, let me take a look at it's less than that actually. But you can do your research. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, round about, you know, for VeChain to reach $1, it would have to be a $66 billion market capitalization, okay, fully diluted. And I think the supply chain industry is not that big, okay? It's not even, yeah, it's about 80 billion, I think. So this is a supply chain tracker, cryptocurrency. And I know they say that there are, you know, 1 billion or 2 billion lost yearly, I think, in the supply chain industry. But it's not an 80, you know, supply chain hasn't got more than 80 billion. And why would a tracker, right, VeChain being the tracker, have more value than what you actually trading, right? It doesn't make any sense. But I do see it, you know, at 50 cents. 50 cents would be a realistic target for me, in my opinion. It reached almost 30 cents, but obviously that was inside of the hype. You know, hype can drive, you know, you will have a bunch of people saying, you know, I'm just going to throw a couple of thousand into VeChain, and that's going to be your neighbor, your friends. So this is that entire hype. And then everything just settles down. But yeah, 50 cents, I would say realistically. And it's maybe if the cycle continues, it can reach there. Can you check IOTX, please? Alex, yes, for sure. Let's take a look at IOTX. And let me take a look at the comment here from... Right, let's take a look. Do you think there's any good short or long positions to take an advantage right now, says Tech? Yeah, I think that we'll be seeing a reversal, okay? We'll be seeing a reversal to the upside. That is my take. But before, we could see a little bit of downside action. But for me, it doesn't make any sense to short here. Same sense, it doesn't make any sense for me to long right over here or you know, around this area, or short around this area when you are consolidating at a very, very low downtrend, okay? I am looking for that potential change in the price, and I don't want to find the bottom. I just think it is this area is so strong as support that some kind of bounce will come. And I know where we are going to get a lot of rejection, which is at the $52,000-$53,000 range. I would say 52, 54. I know we're going to stop there. Okay, it's not going to. If we do pump to this range, it's not going to slice it like butter. Okay, it's just not going to happen. we do have a lot of traffic there, and it's not gonna, we won't be able to get above it very easily. So we might get heavily rejection from that range. But like I said, what I'm expecting on Bitcoin is a potential fake out to the downside here, and then get a bounce, or maybe just consolidate slightly longer in between today and tomorrow, and then at some point, you know, in 2 days, 3 days, I don't know, maybe today, break resistance and start coming up to tackle that $53,000 range. So those are the two scenarios that I'm expecting, you know, either go up from here or go down and then up. So yeah, the Crow says, hey Andy, I just joined. What is happening with the market in your opinion? Bitcoin, are we bottomed out yet, or we due for another dump? I've just said it right now, so I think I don't need to answer that. I think another dump is potential, is possible. Like I said, the 4th of December lows can be retested. And that is not going to make me bearish. It's not going to make me bearish. It won't make me bearish, even though we come down to 42, 41. I'll be actually adding to my position. I think a potential strong bounce from that area. Remember, I think a lot of people are shorting, a lot of people are bearish. We should see some kind of a massive bounce to spook the bears out of the way. Also, it should happen at some point. IOTX, yes, Alex, sorry about that. Let's take a look at IOTX straight away. Let's take a look at IOTX. Right, I've got someone in the comment section asking for the future of Chainlink. Bright future, I'll tell you that. Very bright future. IOTX will blow your socks off very soon. Yeah, very soon. It looks like the IOTX is finding a very nice solid support, okay, from and I'll get the volume out right now, from this range over here where we did get a bounce there. We're finding a very nice floor over here right now. This is just getting ready for a massive spike. Now, I would target the 24 for 25 cents. I think a 2x is almost inevitable on IOTX. I might actually buy a bag of this. I actually might buy a bag of IOTX. I think it's getting a launch pad also. They are getting built on. IOTX, I haven't done much research on it. But if you take a look at DeFi here and you go to categories, there is a section on IOTX. Which is I can't find it now. Where is it? IOTX ecosystem. It's pretty exciting. I'm going to do a little bit more research on this because I mean I'm tired of looking at all different cryptocurrencies. This is just a nightmare because there's so many, but they are good ones, and IOTX is actually a really good one. And I think IOTX is just screaming right over here for a massive pump. Okay, it looks like it's bottoming out, as you can see here on the chart. We've got a very solid support level right over here around about that 10-12 cents range, and it is just screaming for a massive pump. You know, like I mentioned also here on the channel, we got massive volume here. Okay, we got a bounce, but we created a double top. Okay, we got a bounce from this one. Okay, we got a bounce from this top, from this volume top right there. We consolidated, no volume. You know, this has got to be the easiest chart with price action and volume. It's insane. I did not trade one single bit of this, but I like, you know, charting it with volume and price action, best chart ever. Now, what happened? You got a bounce, you retested the highs, that's fine. What you broke out from the resistance, you came back down, you retested the resistance as support, came back up. This is where you exit, guys. You exit at the double top because you do not know if you're going to break it or not, the retest. Come back down, you created a double top. You know, basically, let me just extend this a little bit over here so we can clearly see the range. And, you know, even for this double top range, you know, this is a double top. We've got a strong support level right there, right? So double top there. You got a double top measured move from the breakout. You didn't technically almost reached it. But, you know, these textbook technical analysis patterns, you know, if you, I say always, you know, if you are doing 70% or 80% of a technical analysis pattern, you know, get out, get your profits if you even reached 70%. I like to say a lot of the times. But basically inside of this consolidation that's happened for 2 weeks right now, you know, you're finding a floor. The selling pressure is over. It is getting exhausted. There's no selling pressure, even though if the market's looking pretty bearish. Now, this doesn't mean you could still have a little bit of more sideways action to the downside. Okay, be patient on this. But everything's pointing out that this is ready to start pumping like crazy. And I think a 2x looks almost guaranteed if you buy at these levels. On IOTX. IOTX looking pretty nice. I'm not sure if you can trade this actually on Bybit. Yeah, you can. IOTX is available on Bybit. You know the deal. I'm probably gonna try and swing trade this. I'll let you know in the Telegram if I do try and swing trade this. You know the deal. You get the best bonus down below. Okay, you got Femex, you got Bybit, you get up to $4,100 worth of bonus. You are supporting the channel. You're supporting me because I get a small commission. You get the best bonus available, guys. And yeah, hopefully you can make incredible winning trades. And this one is looking pretty exciting. And you don't need no course here just to understand what I'm explaining here with volume and price action. When you take a look at the peak here from this volume action, you consolidate with very low volume, you finally come back up, break it with volume, you come back down, you retest the resistance here from the turning it into support, you break back up, you break the resistance, you bounce from it, you come back up. And what is basically happening right now after this double top and this consolidation, you having a bigger consolidation, meaning that, you know, it is very likely that you're going to come back up and retest the highs here. And that's how I see IOTX. IOTX, I think, is got a great trading opportunity. And if you ask me, I feel very much tempted in putting some dry powder on IOTX. Okay, I do have some USDT on the sidelines, and I think IOTX could be one. Where is it available? It's available on Gate.io, and I've got a bunch of cryptos on Gate.io. I need to get them out of the exchange. Binance, Gate.io. It's even on Crypto.com exchange. I think this one is screaming for a buy, for a 2x. You got a potential 2x here, maybe in a few weeks or even less. So that is my take on IOTX, looking pretty sexy. Long everything, short Bitcoin as a hedge. Yeah, fine wine. Hackers stole 30 million of FTM, so rip. Well, yeah, this is also, I remember reading this. And you know what? And it's not doing too well on price action. Phantom is using FSN Tech. I've got to tell you that. But we're not going to go through that on the live stream. Dry powder, man. Yeah, AKT. What is this? AKT, Akash Network. Okay, Akash Network. I have not. Well, this one's going down forever, by the looks of things. It is a blockchain project, but it's not looking too great. It's getting absolutely crushed. Akash Network is not looking great on the chart. This one, we can take a look. IOTX is looking really sexy, guys. Looking really sexy. we haven't got much price data, but this one's just going down. It does no signs of this stopping anytime soon. Look at this is on the daily chart. If you take a look at the 4-hourly, it's going to look a little bit more aggressive. You don't hardly have any side. You just do a little bit of sideways action and then you continue down. Sideways action down. It's just not stopping anytime soon. This one. I haven't done any research on this. Maybe it's a pretty cool blockchain project. No research whatsoever. There are a lot of crypto projects that I have no idea what they do. First decentralized cloud computing marketplace. I'll have to take a look at this one. But on the chart, it looks very, very bad. Very bad on the chart. So, yeah. Please, SLP, bro. SLP, Smooth Love Potion. What? I think this one is just going down the drain. It's just going to go down the drain. I talked about this one. If it lost this base, it's just going to go down, and it's just been going down and down for ages here. I mean, the reason why I don't like this one is because it's got an infinite supply. I know it's a cryptocurrency that's used on Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity, they've been having some problems also with their wallets. There is a famous Spanish YouTuber that got hacked on its Axie Infinity wallet. Got stole the 3 little creatures, and he said, stay cautious if you're playing Axie Infinity. So already they're getting a little bit of bad reputation with their security. Not good sign. And SLP has got infinite supply. Why would you buy something that's got infinite supply? Now, like I said, I have no idea about these tokenomics, but having an infinite supply here, you can just see it on the chart. This is just going down, and you had some hope here, but I even said, I don't care if this one looks like it's bottoming out because it's got infinite supply, So then you're maybe just going to print some more of those tokens, and it's just going to devaluate it a lot. So it's just going down, It's insane. So I think SLP is going to continue down. There's nothing much to discuss about this. There was some hope here. I was saying, well, we are finding some kind of support there at the 6 cent level. But it's just going down. And it's got infinite supply. So it's just supply and demand. If there's infinite supply, the price is just going to go down. And it is what's happening. It's not doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. You can actually trade this on Bybit, can you? I know you can trade Axie Infinity. I mean, this one for shorting is golden. This one's golden for shorting. You do have your spikes to the upside, okay, but I think any good pump action is good for shorting. But yeah, you can trade this one. Now, obviously, I wouldn't short now because you're at the very bottom. You might see a massive spike to the upside. So anyway, but if you're interested in trading it, you know the deal. You got an incredible bonus down below, up to $4,100. I get a small commission. ICP sideways is for married couples on Sunday mornings. How about Aave? What about Caval? Let's take a look at Aave and Caval. I've got a lot of them here. Let's take a look at Aave. Some of those getting retested, holding by a thread. I must have another chart here. Hang on a second, guys. Let me take a look at another chart. And make sure to smash up that like button, guys. Make sure to smash up that like button. We basically, let me just get a few things out of the way here because I can't remember what we were analyzing here on this one. We're basically retesting the summer lows, and I think one of the reasons why this happens is because you get people extremely bullish. All right, You get people extremely bullish when you are pumping here in September, in October. I was extremely bullish. I did not expect this. I did not expect the price to come back down and retest the summer lows. In the case of Aave and some altcoins, maybe yes, but very, not expected. And what is going to happen right now is that you're going to have a bunch of bears. And in my opinion, they're going to have stop losses, well over here on top of these peaks. And the same for the bulls right there. Bulls getting overexcited here, stop loss round over here behind this summer low. They're getting triggered now in the next coming days and weeks, and then you're going to have that reversal. This is, in my opinion, this is not going to be a support breakout where you're actually going to do this. Okay, it's more going to be of a stop hunt, a washout, get people scary in the next coming days and weeks before you start having a nice healthy growth on Bitcoin and other altcoins. It's just how it happens. You need to get depressed, you need to get bearish, you need to get, it's over. All of these months learning about crypto and the future of blockchain, I'm just going to give up. And when you give up is when the price does like this. Any thoughts on sound? How high do you think IOTX will go? I have no idea. IOTX, I know a retest of the highs. This is what usually the assets do. IOTX. I think I'm actually gonna, maybe today or tomorrow, if I do have time, I'm gonna buy a bunch of IOTX, because this chart is looking absolutely great in my opinion. I think a potential retest of the highs, and it's not going to be an easy ride. Okay, it might do something like this. It might come up, back down again to retest the lows, and then back up again. But if you ask me, where's the target? A lot of the assets like to retest the highs where it's been, and it might take a week, it might take 2 months. So all depending on if you're going to trade it, if you're going to buy it and then sell it, if you're going to do spot trading or leverage trading. You need to look at different platforms such as Bybit that has very, very low trading fees, for example. And or if you're going to buy it, buy it and just wait for a 2x and then sell it at a 2x. Now, potential price predictions is very hard to say on this one. I would say at least a retest of the highs at about 25-26 cents. Okay, now if you can take a look at the Fib levels. Fib levels are pretty cool to see sometimes. Now there is a potential, there is a chance, okay, from this high to this low, Fib levels, you already hit the golden ratio 1.6. 2.6 is a little bit more aggressive here in the red. It could get hit also if you do hit the highs here, and then you might have a slight spike before you drop. So being realistic to you, I'm not going to say IOTX is going to go to $1 or $2. Being realistic, get your money out, make a 2x. It is very, very likely you're going to bottom out here. You're going to have that run up. Don't risk it. Take profits. Now, if it breaks, get your investment back that you got in here. Take it out here, and if just ride the rest. Would be my suggestion. Okay, not financial advice. That. Guys, getting pretty exhausted right now. Remember, make sure to smash up that like button. I'm gonna leave. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. You got the links down below if you want to support the channel for these exchanges. Be careful, trade sensibly. Okay, put your stop losses and don't risk too much. Make sure to check out Bitcoinsensus website. We post trading ideas every single day here, okay? Trading ideas. You can analyze the chart, take your opinion. We've got bearish, bullish case scenarios. We've got the latest news also, so you can find out what is trending right now on the news. You can join the Telegram group down below. You've got the alerts channel. We've got Discord. I am not too active really on Discord, but we've got, a lot of the guys from the community are active on Discord, because we've got an altcoin channel, NFT channel, gaming channel. I do hop in there, not very much, but the Telegram group is very active. Make sure to join the Telegram group. I'll be taking a look at some different altcoins during the week. I will still continue doing live streams almost every day, not every day, but almost every day doing live streams to check out the market. Let's just finish off with Bitcoin, guys. And you know what I'm expecting for Bitcoin. And this is only my opinion, where we are inside of this descending wedge. We got either a pop out, a pop down, and pop back up. Okay, a lot of fake outs, but the overall direction should be to the upside in the next coming days. So watch out for potential start of fake outs. Okay, a lot of people are going to try and trade this and make a bunch of money. They're going to use a lot of high leverage, so you're going to see a lot of volatility. You might see, you might see, you're not going to see a clean breakout, in my opinion. Very, very likely you're going to see a clean breakout. You might see this, and then this, or you're potentially going to see this and then this, something like that. There's going to be a lot of fake outs, so stay cautious, guys. My opinion, overall direction should be coming up to retest the 52, 53k levels in the next coming days. Okay, might take a week or so, or depending on how long we still continue consolidating here with this kind of price action that we have. That's my take on Bitcoin, guys. So make sure to stay safe, smash up the like button, use the affiliate links to support the channel, and I will see you in the next one.